Good morning, Extension English. I hope you've had a really lovely weekend. Thank you so much for getting your assessment tasks in. I'm really excited to read all of them. And I'm hoping that I'll have them marked by the end of the week, but I do want to get some moderation and checks done on them. So I can't promise that you'll get your results by the end of this week, but I'll certainly keep you updated on how I'm going with the marking of those. So I just wanted to do an update. Week 11, we've got one lesson this week, and it's today. So I thought I'd just take you through some of the things that we really need to have done, I guess, firstly by the end of this week, and secondly, some things that of when I'm going to be checking to make sure things are done. Okay, so obviously the first thing is remember to sign on to that workflow document, and please put in your questions on there as well. If you've got a question, you're not sure about anything, please ask the questions. I'm so happy to do some extra screencastifiers on the spot for you. Happy to direct you to new information. Whatever you guys need, you just need to let me know and I will make it happen, okay? All right. So week 11, where we're in theory at, I know your assessment task has taken up a lot of your time. We're at this theme analysis and looking at the different themes that we've already sort of started to unpack in terms of propaganda and communism and power corruption. But I would like you to be just finding quotes for those and explaining how the text is doing that. Just trying to get that light not to shine so brightly. Okay, so that's one of the things. And you'll see here it says that I'd like it to be done by week 1 at term 2. Okay, so whilst there'll be new work coming into play next term, I'm giving you extra time before I mark it off to say that you have or haven't done it. So just gives you a bit of breathing space if you're finding you're a bit under the pump at the moment. Just the same with these things. You've got the techniques document where you were writing down what the technique is that you found and how it's being used. So particularly looking for techniques such as the fable, the allegory, any symbolism that's in the text, metaphors, all those sorts of things, personification. Okay, so, and again, communicating what those are. And if I go into here again, week 1, end of week 1, term 2, that's when I'm going to check these tasks to make sure that they're completed. And if they're not, I guess we'll have a conversation about what you need further. But I'd really like it if you could let me know earlier when you're struggling with things. I want to help you guys out, okay? And I did notice that for all of you during the last assessment task, you're probably asking questions a little bit later than you probably should. And I know that's because you're just so under the pump at the moment, and I just really want to do what I can to make sure that you're feeling supported. So please just ask as many questions as you can. The chapter analysis is due at the end of this week, so I will be checking that this is finished at the end of this week. So I guess this is your priority. If you haven't finished all the chapter analysis work, that's what I want you to work on this week and get that done. Okay, so that's where we're at in terms of this work. What I'm going to do is a second screencastify, and it'll be on a different workspace. So let me just talk you through that. So this is your text, cultures and values workspace. And remember now, because we're working off 2 different things, we've got 2 workspaces. So this workflow document will stay here and remain here this term to work off. Okay, but we've also got this space as well, the Extension Independent Research Project. Okay, so I am going to get off this screencastify and do a second screencastify relating to your independent research project, because we also need to have a conversation about what text you might be studying for that. And I did a little screencastify last week called Choosing a Text. This week it's going to be more focused on the nuts and the bolts of what you need to have done by the end of this term and what sort of research I'd like to see you be doing in the holidays moving forward in preparation for this work. So guys, a very big thank you for the hard work and effort you're putting into your studies. I know this is not an easy or ideal situation. So like I said, ask those questions. If you think there's a better way for us to be communicating with you, even let me know those suggestions as well, okay? We want to support you in the best way we can. Take care.